Very busy morning today. And it's so busy I can't get the email to pull up some things for us. So that's a little problematic, but we'll see. All right. Court reporter's ready. Yes. Okay. Court calls State of Texas versus Hector Rosas. This is cause number 732924. We're here today for a plea. We're conducting the hearing using the Zoom application. We're also live streaming the proceedings on YouTube so that it is open to the public. My name is Judge Jefferson Moore. I'm sitting by assignment in County Court at Law number 15 for Bexar County, Texas, and specifically I'm in the jail court. If I could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state of Texas, please.
Austin Alward for the state.
Matthew Finch for Hector Rosas. Your Honor, ready.
Sir, are you the same Hector Rosas charged by information with failure to stop and give information? Is that you, sir?
I am. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
First off, we've been very busy today, and normally we have you, the defendant, sitting in a chair in front of the computer. I'll have you standing only because we were about ready to start a different docket. We couldn't find the paperwork for that. So I think it's just faster for everyone if I just put you in this. We're skipping the line in a sense, but we'll go ahead and take care of it this way. So I apologize to you for that. But I'm going to use a function of share screen, or a function of Zoom rather, called share screen. I'm going to show you a document. It's called the defendant's consent to plea by video conference. And I'm using my cursor to circle around electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes, it is, Judge.
By signing this, you're telling me two things. One, you understand normally we do pleas live in an open court, but you're consenting to do this plea by video conference. Did you understand that before you sign this?
I did, Judge.
Secondly, your electronic signature here, as well as all the electronic signatures in the plea packet in front of me, you're telling me that those are valid as if they were personally signed. Did you understand that before you sign this?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
I approve the consent. I make it a part of the record. Sir, I'm scrolling down to another document. It's called the Court's Admonishments. It's 2 pages. And are you familiar with this document?
I am. I read it, sir.
Did you
Yes,
go
Your Honor.
over this with your attorney?
I did, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
I did.
On page 2 is electronic signature. I'm using my cursor to circle. Is this yours?
That is my handwriting, sir. That is my signature. Yes,
I'm going to get out of
Yes, sir.
share screen. By signing the court's admonishments, you're telling me that you understand the court's admonishments and that you understand the rights that are contained within it. Is that true?
I do. Yes, Your Honor.
And that you're going to give up those rights. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
The rights you're going to give up is you have the right to a trial by jury. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent, which includes the right not to incriminate yourself and not plead today. Did you understand that before you sign this?
Did, Your Honor.
By signing this, you're also telling me you understand the consequences of a plea and the sentencing range for the offense,
I do, Your Honor.
which is a Class B misdemeanor. So fine is anywhere up to a $2,000 fine and up to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand that before you sign this?
I did, Your Honor.
And I approve the waivers that are contained within the court's admonishments and make them a part of the record. State, can you relate to me your agreement with the defense?
Yes, Your Honor. This is a deferred offer with a $250 fine, court costs, 6 months deferred adjudication, 24 hours of community service, a driver safety course, and $1,000 of restitution, the insurance deductible to a Joshua Either. That
Can you spell
last
that for
name,
me? Go ahead.
yes, Your Honor, is spelled I-T-H-E-R. And given some of the confusion and that the state would want the defendant's money to be going to the complaining witness rather than just in fines, the state would also ask that the fine be probated.
Let's see. let me go back over certain things with the defendant. The paperwork is a little mixed up. It says no application for deferred adjudication, but you can orally ask for deferred adjudication. So you've asked for deferred adjudication. There are risks and benefits associated with that. The benefits are is if it is granted, then you will not be found guilty of the offense and instead to be placed on community supervision, which if you're successful at that, the case is dismissed. But the risks are if you're not successful, you could be revoked. And if you are revoked, then you would be found guilty of the offense on that day and you're subject to the full sentencing range I announced earlier. Did you understand that before you applied for deferred adjudication?
I do. I did.
And knowing all that, do you still wish to apply?
I will. It'll help me out, but keep me on my toes.
Okay. All right. Well, I again approve the waivers that are contained within the court's admonishments. I make them a part of the record. And addressing our clerk, I have paperwork on this Adobe sign thing. It's hard for me to correct it or change it, but it says no application. But there is an application, and we can do on at least deferred, not regular probation, but at least on deferred, we can orally request deferred adjudication. So I'll accept that.
Your Honor, if I may, there was an originally when I did the paperwork, it was an offer for JSAT, and that offer changed, and that was part of the confusion that I've been conferring with. But my client is willing to accept, and we're asking the court for the deferred.
Yeah, that's okay. I agree. That's not a problem. All right, but let me go over the plea bargain again. So it's going to be a $250 fine, probated, court costs, 6 months of deferred adjudication, 24 community service hours, restitution to the complaining witness at $1,000, and a driver safety course. Counsel, is that your understanding of the agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Rosas, is that your understanding of the agreement as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, I'm not bound by the plea bargain. I do not have to follow it. Do you understand that?
Understand, Your Honor.
But if I do follow the plea bargain, then you lose your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
I understand, Your Honor.
And that's true unless I grant you permission to appeal or unless certain motions were filed and ruled upon. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Counsel, any such rulings in this case?
No, Your Honor.
If I do not follow the plea bargain, I will allow you to withdraw the plea and will proceed to trials if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that? Did you hear the question, sir?
For me or for my attorney?
No, it's for you, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'll
no,
ask you-
I understand.
All right, let me ask it again. If I do not follow the plea bargain, I'll allow you to withdraw the plea and will proceed to trials if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that?
I understand, Your
Are
Honor.
you a citizen of the United States?
I am, Your Honor.
If not, then a plea of guilty or no contest to the offense could have serious adverse effects on your immigration status. Counsel, do you believe that your client has a factual or rational understanding of the charge pending against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's been able to issue in the defense?
He has.
Do you believe he's mentally competent to waive rights and enter a plea here today?
He is, Your Honor.
Sir, the offense is listed on your information. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
Do you understand you can still be found guilty under a no contest plea?
I understand, Your Honor.
Other than the plea bargain, did anyone promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone force you or coerce you to plead today?
No, Your Honor.
If you're going over this case with your attorney, do you believe that pleading here today is in your best interest?
I do, Your Honor.
Find the plea is freely, intelligently, voluntarily made, and he's mentally competent to enter into such a plea. I'm going to defer at this point of making any finding of guilt. Counsel, do we waive the pre-sentence investigation report?
Yes, Your Honor, we waive.
Any legal reason as to why your client cannot be sentenced today?
No, Your Honor.
Being no legal reason. According to the agreement of the state, sir, I'm going to defer any finding of guilt at this time. I'm going to place you on community supervision for a period of 6 months. There's a $250 fine, and I'll probate that. You'll pay court costs. You'll have 24 community service hours. You'll pay restitution of $1,000 to the complaining witness, and you'll take a driver safety course. Sir, this is a plea bargain case. I follow the plea bargain. So you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You do not have the right to appeal. I'm making a certification of this for the record. We'll provide a copy of the certification to your attorney to provide to you. For the attorneys, is there anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
The matter is now concluded. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Mr. Just either way. Just go and take a seat, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Y'all be safe. Thank you.
You're done.
Thanks,
No, I have to read conditions to
Actually, you're not-
the,
Okay, what is your name? Are you from the radio or? Okay.
Judge, I
Yeah.
need to read conditions to the inmate.
Oh, yeah, let's not take Mr. Rosas back yet. He has to be in a computer and
Oh,
go to a
probation.
breakout room.
Yes, probation. He's going to breakout room 2 according to Deputy Gill.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Okay.
Whoa, General.
Okay, I'm headed there, Ramirez.
All right, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Was that our last
Yeah.
meeting?
Appreciate everyone's patience, and I'm relying on Miss Guzman. What are we doing next?
Judge, we're gonna do we're ready for the bond docket,
Okay.
but the bailiffs have to escort some people back, so they're
Understand.
probably gonna go first.
I'll defer to however the sheriffs need to manage it.
All right, this person will be Frank Martinez.
And Judge, if that was our last week, could I be excused?
Let me check. Miss Guzman, do we have any other pleas going on? I think we're
That was
done.
everything off my docket, Judge.
Okay, well, I'll go with that. Yes, ma'am. Thanks for all your hard work and efforts today.
Thank you so much. I understand you're not with us tomorrow, so have a great weekend.
I'll be out of town.
All
Thank you.
right, have a good trip.
Thanks.
Everyone, see you tomorrow.
Okey doke. All
7
right. Let's see what we got here. Sir, you Francisco Martinez?
Frank Martinez.
Okay.
Well, I was Francisco. Maybe I got the wrong one here. But
You said Frank Martinez.
did you get arrested for burglary of vehicle, resisting arrest?
No, sir. I got criminal trespassing.
All right, I got the wrong one up here. Hold
That's
on. Let me
it.
find the right. Hold on. Let me find the right paperwork.
Margie, I believe his paperwork, the last thing would be under Frank, because that's how he was, I guess, arrested.
Oh, okay, Frank Molina.
No, Martinez.
Martinez, Judge. Frank Martinez.
The paperwork will probably be Martinez Frank.
I got Martinez Francisco, but
Look under Frank.
yeah, well, I'm not finding it. I might need your assistance in here just because I got more emails on this page, but I'm not sure how to flip to the next page, if you know what I mean. I don't see any tab. It only shows me 10 at a time. And I can tell I've got more than 10, but it won't get to a next page of these things. It's kind of a pain. Let's see what we can do here.
I'm showing Francisco.
Let's see. I found all these. See, this is showing me 10 of 28. I'm like, where are the other 18? How do I get to these? These are the ones I haven't even opened up yet, but I opened them up earlier just to review them while we're sitting around.
Oh, Francisco.
Yeah, he says he's not. He says he's Frank Martinez.
No, this is Francisco. We got Francisco.
Well, he says he's not charged with what I got him on.
His?
Yeah, Francisco Martinez.
Yes. I have Frank Martinez in front of the judge.
Yeah, I don't have that paperwork. Is what I'm saying.
We have a Francisco Martinez on the docket.
It would be under the F. It would be under Frank. They used Frank as a last name instead of Martinez.
Oh, my real name is Martinez.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah, it's Martinez Clemente Frank.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have that paperwork. Not that it just here. I figured it out. Let's see. Press this button. Give me just a second. All right. Pull up a couple more. All right. Martinez Clemente Frank. Pull this one up. Criminal trespass. All right, sir. Thanks for helping us straighten this out for you. Pre-trial, you ready?
Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
Mr. Frank Martinez does have one misdemeanor offense. His information was not verified. He has been in custody since February 14th. He has no conditions at this time, and we do recommend special needs.
Okay. State,
It looks like he has a number of drug charges and an ABI from 2016. The state is not opposed to a reduction to $500.
well, just so you know, I'm looking at, there was a conviction for ag assault deadly weapon back in 2007. That's a juvenile, though. I have to note that, but still, there's that. But all right, defense, go ahead.
Your Honor, given the nature of the offense, we're gonna ask for a PR bond. He does have that ABI 9 years ago, and I'm not sure that the juvenile record should affect his bond on this one. But given
Yeah.
that it's a criminal trespass, we'd ask for a PR bond. In the alternative, we'd ask for $100 bond.
Yes, sir. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do a PR bond on Mr. Martinez or Mr. Frank. But there's going to be some conditions, sir. One is going to have weekly alcohol testing for you, weekly drug and alcohol testing for you, I should say. And pre-trial, do I need special needs on this one?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, they'll be in the special needs unit as well. And then where was the address for the criminal trespass? If we know.
Judge, I can get it.
I'll just put no contest with the arrest location. Okay. Wherever it was, sir, you can't go back over there. Seems that you don't have business there, so we'll do that. And then, all right, so. Food and alcohol, special needs. Okay, I think I got it all set up. All right, so again, work. All right, so fill out PR bond work, and I'm going to also waive the bond fees. Sir, you can't go back to wherever you were arrested for this, all right? And you're going to have weekly drug and alcohol testing. Don't look at that as punishment. It's just really kind of give you a leg up and also help you really with our special needs unit as well. All right, that concludes the bond hearing for Mr. Frank. All right. Miguel, you said?
Miguel Martinez, Judge. You did? Yeah.
Let's see, I find this one too.
You're still the judge?
Yeah, I saw the judge.
You got to have a seat. Come on, have a seat.
Is this?
Yeah, my judge. What about Frank Molina? You got Frank Molina?
I do.
Frank Molina.
You're not taking torture?
Yeah.
You're not sticking for it, all right?
Yes.
Come on up, sir. All right. Are you Frank Molina, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have a criminal mischief charge between $750 and $2,500, and your bond has been set at $1,500. All right, pre-trial, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Molina does have one misdemeanor offense. His information was not verified. He has been in custody since February 13th. He is homeless and not eligible for Haven for Hope. Per the clinician, defendant is suicidal and he does have conditions of special needs.
State.
The state's going to be opposed to any reduction based off the history.
Defense.
Your Honor, given the nature of the offense, we're asking for a bond reduction to $500.
All right. I'm going to deny that. I'm looking at, I mean, I'm taking consideration the offense, but I'm looking at some convictions of felony level convictions. Like,
if I
hold on,
could
sir.
speak,
Looks
all
like-
them
hold on, sir.
convictions when I was a kid.
I'm not asking you to talk. I'm
Yes,
discussing this with the attorneys. I see an aggravated robbery. I see an aggravated, that one was dismissed. But I have felon in possession of firearm and have at least another arrest for ag assault. But I have concerns about that type of offense. So, sir, I'm not going to reduce your bond. I'm not going to give you a PR bond. All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Just take a seat right here.
I will. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you for your time. Yeah.
You're good? Just take
Yeah, Bishop next, Judge.
Just stand up in front of me. Yes.
All right. I missed the name. What was that?
Holly Bishop.
Okay.
Holly Bishop.
Okay. I got it. Thanks. So you're Holly Bishop, is that right?
Yes, sir.
You've got a criminal trespass and a failure to identify giving false information. Each one's listed at $500. And pre-trial, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Bishop does have 2 misdemeanor offenses. Her information was not verified. She has been in custody since February 13th. She has no conditions at this time. She is homeless and her last services with Haven were February 11th. Her clinician Vasquez, defendant, does indicate suicidal indications, and we do recommend special needs.
Okay. State.
Your Honor, it looks like there's a very lengthy criminal history. It's almost exclusively criminal trespass. I do see a conviction for ABI in 2011, as well as a resisting in 2010 and an evading in 2015.
How many of those?
The current bonds are adequate, Judge.
Mr. Lamas.
Your Honor,
Actually,
given
it's
the
Karen
nature of
Corby,
the
Judge. Karen Corby's here for her.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Karen.
That's okay. Yeah, I would ask you to consider PR bonds or each 500. She's been there for a week. She still hasn't been able to make them. You can't give her PR bonds. We'd ask you to set them each at $50.
Golly, I'm not going to give her a PR bond just based on this lengthy criminal history convictions. I understand. See, many of them are criminal trespass. My other concerns are the mental health history that we have here as well. Plus, I'm just going to take into consideration it's going to be extremely cold tonight, and I've got concerns about a release for her on that. I don't think she's got a place to go, is what I'm saying. So some of the other folks, I think they could, but I've got that. So here's what I'm going to do. Reduce the bond to $50 on each case. I'm going to put in conditions, however. There's going to be weekly alcohol and drug testing. I think that's going to keep you in line a little bit. I'm also going to put you in the special needs unit as well, ma'am. And pre-trial, was there anything else?
No, Your Honor, that's it.
Oh, what was the, do we have the address of where the criminal trespass took place?
Oh, but I
If not, I'll just put arrest location. Put that on both forms. All right, ma'am. The real concern for you is just your personal safety. And based on everything that I have there today, but I'm not going to PR you. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe excuse.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Colby.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, how you doing?
I am well. Hope you are too. Is your last name Smith? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're okay. I might need the help of the staff. I don't see a Smith on my.
I don't see one either, Your Honor.
Without the paperwork, Ms. Smith, I can't go forward on making pronouncements. Anyone know where the paperwork is on Ms. Smith's case?
What's her first name, Judge?
Stephanie,
Stephanie?
Well, Stephanie, we do show that she was released on bond. I don't know why she's still there.
Aha. Someone might have paid your bond, ma'am.
yes, sir.
And, just because the way running a jail is pretty complicated, so they might have had you on this list to come talk to me, but someone might have already paid your bond.
Yes, sir, they did, sir.
Okay, well, let's do this. I'll let the sheriff sort it out. For some reason, there is no bond. I think they'll try to put you on this bond docket for tomorrow, okay?
No, no bond for what, sir?
Well, I think you are in the process of being released, but
I have a bond. What happened was, my husband paid for the bond or
Okay.
whatever, and then they want to put me on a monitor too, so I have to get the monitor permission.
okay, all right. Well,
So
then if your husband's paid your bond, then I no longer have paperwork to change that. So and even if I did have paperwork, you'd still have to wait to get the monitor. Okay.
Okay.
So as soon as I get the monitor on, then they'll get you released. Fair enough.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Have a blessed day.
Mr. Nato, you're next.
All right. Let's see. Are you
Robert
Rogelio Rodriguez Coronado? Is that you, sir?
No, my name is Ruben Donato.
Oh, I thought they said Coronado. Hold on.
No, Donato, Judge, sorry.
That's okay. I misheard what you said. You said Donato?
Yes, sir.
Donato, yes, sir.
Let's find that one. Let's see.
Where's mom?
I don't see it.
Is that
I don't
it?
either.
Well, I bonded out a long time ago. Like in
Oh,
January. Yeah.
Might be the same. I don't know if you heard me discuss similar situation, the lady right in front of you, but there's, like I said, it's
Well,
complicated running a jail. If you've got a bond.
No, I said I have another county come and get me, but today was the last day. Today was the last day. They ain't got me yet.
Okay. Well, I don't have the authority to let you go if they've got today.
No,
to pick
I
you
get
up.
it. All right.
Okay.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thanks for clearing it up for me.
Yes, sir.
Mark Vasquez.
I do have paperwork on Mark Vasquez. Are you Mark Vasquez?
Yes, sir.
All right. You've got theft of property between or $100, but it's enhanced and it's been set for $1,500. Just go ahead, pretrial.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Mark Vasquez does have one misdemeanor offense. His information was not verified. He has been in custody since February 13th. There are no conditions at this time. Per clinician, defendant does indicate mental health with suicidal ideations with intent and method. Defendant is in full suicide precaution, and if a PR is granted, he will be assessed before release. And we do recommend special needs.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, State, go ahead.
Your Honor, there's a number of pretty serious convictions. There's a felony evading from 23, ABI in 23, robbery from 2019, a burglary from that same year.
Okay. All right.
1,500 is adequate.
Mr. Lamas?
Your Honor, we just asked for a bond reduction of $500.
It was under $50. Yeah.
Oh, it was $150?
No, it was the theft was under $50.
Right, but they enhanced you, sir, so that changes that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to reduce the bond to $1,000, and I'll have weekly drug and alcohol testing. Also have in the special needs unit, and I agree with, I don't see where it's on the forms, but I don't want any release until he's evaluated based on the information of suicidal ideations and ability to carry that out. That's just it's a safety issue for all of us, sir. We don't want you to hurt yourself. And I don't know what is that on the paperwork, but I guess talking to pretrial, does that mean they'll do that anyway, even though I've reduced the bond a little bit?
Yes, Judge, I believe they do.
Okay, great. All right.
If you grant me a PR bond, sir, I'm not suicidal. You know, I'll make the appointments and everything. I just want to try to get a PR bond.
I'm not going to give you a PR bond, but I'm going to put you in a special needs unit. I'll have you weekly drug and alcohol testing. And that'll help you out, I think, just someone to talk to every week. Come by and make sure you're staying clean, because I think that has a lot to do with some of the other concerns that I have for you. But I'm just going to make a plea to you, sir. Don't hurt yourself. Don't do that. And we'll go ahead and see what's going on with the rest of these cases. But I'm not going to give you a PR. Okay.
So I just have to sit. I just have to wait till my next court date.
You can make the reduced bond that I gave you. Okay.
Okay.
It'll be at 10%. It'll be at $100.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
It doesn't say about my attorney or my court date. I just have to wait to come back to court.
Yeah, right now. So we're in the very beginning of the process. So they'll get you in there and we'll get it worked out for you one way or the other. But again, I'm going to ask you, please don't hurt yourself. Okay.
Okay. It's a misdemeanor still?
It's still a misdemeanor. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Not the other part? All right. Thanks again. Hey, Amanda.
Are you Amanda Queen?
Yes, sir.
You've been charged with, I believe this is criminal trespass of a habitation. Bond's been set at $1,000. And I'm gonna ask pretrial to assist me with this one, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Queen does have one misdemeanor offense. Her information was not verified. She has been in custody since February 12th. There are no conditions at this time. She is homeless and not eligible for Haven for Hope. Per clinician, defendant does indicate mental health, and we do recommend mental health along with random drug and alcohol testing.
Okay. State.
Judge, it looks like there's relatively few convictions. Well, okay, there was a terroristic threat in 24 in the county. Most of the stuff out of the county was dismissed. There's just a operation without a license. The state's not opposed to a reduction to $500.
Mr. Lamas?
Your Honor, given the nature of the offense and her really minimal criminal history, we'd ask for a PR bond. In the alternative, we'd ask for $100 bond.
Let's see. I'm going to order special needs. I'm going to order my weekly drug and alcohol testing. I'll also order no contact with the arrest location. A little concerned, but I'll go ahead and do a
I got the
PR
major.
bond. Miss Queen as well. And I think I filled out the paper properly. I'm going to waive the bond fee. So I think we're ready to go. All right, ma'am, if you do get out tonight, it's pretty cold out there. You need to find shelter, okay? Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a place to go?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, be safe, please. And show up for all your appointments and everything like that, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. The sheriff will direct you from here.
Can we go back in there? Brandon Cantu.
All right, you Brandon Cantu?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got criminal trespass. Your bond's been set at $500. And pretrial, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Brandon Cantu does have one misdemeanor offense. His information was not verified. He has been in custody since February 15th. There are no conditions at this time. We did submit a request to Haven, but as per Haven, they are going to interview him at the jail to see if he does qualify for the outreach program, and we do recommend special needs.
Okay. Is there a block on these forms for the outreach program?
I have a place to go.
If he does get approved for Haven, we do put a box, but since he was not, we did not
Okay.
put.
Okay, I understand. Okay. All right. Mr. DA?
It looks like there's a failure to ID conviction, some prior criminal trespasses.
No, I have a new place to go
Sir,
to
sir,
now.
don't interrupt. Please don't interrupt. Go ahead, Mr. State.
There's a DWI that's fairly old and some other vehicular crimes. The state's not opposed to a reduction, or if he gets approved for Haven, it's not opposed to PR.
All right. Mr. Lamas?
Your Honor, we'd ask for a PR bond given the nature of the offense. It looks like he's always been able to show up to court to get his cases resolved, so I think he's a good candidate.
Okay. I'm going to order a PR release. Will be weekly drug and alcohol testing. It'll be in the special needs unit as well. And as far as the I'll also have no contact with the arrest location. So you can't go back there wherever you got arrested for trespass. And give me just a second. Then also, I'm going to go ahead and waive the bond fees, the PR bond fees as well.
All right.
All right, sir, as you might have heard me tell that young lady, you're going to get released, but you got to get shelter tonight. It's going to be cold out there.
Yes, sir. I have a place to go.
Weekly drug and alcohol testing. Don't look at that as punishment. It's just trying to help you get straightened out. Don't go back to where you picked up for criminal trespass.
Okay.
All right.
So I'll be bonded out tonight.
You've got a bit of a record. It kind of, often I don't do PRs when I see a record like this, but I'll go ahead and
appreciate you
on this. All right.
So I'll be bonded out tonight.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where do I sign or click on to?
Come over here.
The sheriffs will direct you from here.
I'm sorry, Judge, what was his name?
Already, it was Brandon something, as I recall.
Cantu.
Okay.
Cantu.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. I'll go over there. Okay.
Who's this in front of me?
Rogelio Coronado.
Do I have a paperwork on this?
Rogelio Coronado.
This is Rogelio Coronado. I have paperwork. Just hablas inglés, señor?
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you Rogelio Coronado?
Yes, sir.
All right.
CORONADO.
All right, I've got it. Okay, you've got a $3,000 bond. And Ms. Pretrial, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Coronado does have one misdemeanor offense. His information was verified. He has been in custody since February 14th. He does have conditions of no contact with Sierra Maldonado, and we do recommend special needs.
Okay. State, go ahead.
The only criminal history is a criminal mischief conviction from 8 years ago, but the state will oppose reduction on the count of the charge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate that. All right. Mr. Lamas, go ahead.
Actually, Judge, I'm here for the Randall Griner for Mr. Coronado.
All right, sir.
Judge, we're asking, this case has still not been filed, and the date of the offense and the fact that he has very minute criminal history, we are asking for a PR bond.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to deny the PR bond, just really based on the offense, but I'm going to reduce it to $300. I have no contact with the person by the name of Sierra Maldonado, weekly drug and alcohol testing, special needs unit as well. And sir, I don't know what the relationship is with this lady, but you're not to have any contact with her. You can't call her. You can't try to maybe like
I don't even want to
apologize her or anything like that.
No, that's fine. I'm not sorry for nothing. I didn't do nothing, sir.
I'm not asking you to respond to me. I'm just telling you, sir, what you're going to do.
Yes, sir.
On this. And so I'm putting her name on this paperwork. And so I'll tell you, if some people say that you're having any contact with her, you're going to be back here in the jail. Do you understand that?
That's fine. Yes, sir.
All right. And that takes care of that. Thank you, sir. The sheriff will direct you from here.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate your patience. It's been a big docket this morning.
All right. Thank you. Y'all have a good weekend.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not showing it though. Huh? I'm not showing this. Hello.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Mr. Solis.
All right. Let's see. I found it. All right. ABI family at $3,000. All right. Go ahead, Ms. Pretrial.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Solis does have one misdemeanor offense. His information was verified. He has been in custody since February 13th. There are no he does have conditions of no contact with Kevin Wayne French and prohibit possession of firearms. He is currently out on bond for possession of controlled substance from August 21 of 2024. Resisting arrest, search, and transportation from August 10th of 2024, and driving while intoxicated from August 10th of 2024. Per clinician, defendant does indicate mental health, and we do recommend special needs.
All right, state, go ahead.
It looks like the only significant history is the DWI and possessions for which he is already out on bond. However, due to the nature of this offense and the fact that he's already out on bond for those two cases, the state will oppose a reduction.
Yes, sir. Mr. Lamas. You're on mute, sir. How's that?
Sorry.
There you go. You're okay.
Given the nature of the offense, I understand that he may be ineligible for a PR bond. So in
Yes,
the
sir.
alternative, we ask for a $300 bond.
Yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna prohibit firearms. I'm gonna have them a special needs unit. There'll be weekly drug and alcohol testing, and there will be no contact with Kevin French. And then I'm not gonna get a PR bond based on the offense itself, but I'll reduce the bond. I'll reduce it to $1,000. Okay, that takes care of that one. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes.
All right, sir, can you give me your name, please?
Francisco Javier Martinez.
You're Francisco Martinez. You're not in trouble. Hablas inglés?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see. I got burglary vehicle, resisting arrest, and evading arrest. Bunch of we got burglary vehicles at 7,500, and the other two at 3,500. All right, pre-trial. Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Martinez does have 3 misdemeanor offenses. Information was verified. He has been in custody since February 13th. There are no conditions at this time. He is currently out on bond for theft of property.
Okay. State, go ahead.
There's the history includes convictions for theft, reckless driving, and DWI. I think that the state is not opposed to reductions to 10% in each of these cases.
Mr. Lamas.
Your Honor, it doesn't appear that he has any assaultive history. Given that he's always been able to show up to court, it doesn't look like doesn't appear that he has any FTAs in the past 5 years. So we'd ask for a PR bond for each of his cases, but in the alternative, a bond reduction in each of the cases to 10% of its current bond.
All right, I'm gonna reduce the first case to 750, the second and third cases to 350 a piece. And you're gonna have weekly drug and alcohol testing, sir. And pre-trial, was there an indication for special needs?
No, Your Honor, there were not. But it's up to you if you want to give it.
Just odd behavior for a 33-year-old to be burglarizing vehicles. It's not time for you to talk, sir. It's probably best that you don't. So let's see what I got here. I'm not going to order special needs if it's not been evaluated for that. All right, so I'll reduce the bonds. You'll have weekly drug and alcohol testing, sir. Again, you probably heard me tell other folks, don't look at that as punishment. Every week you're gonna have to come in. It's gonna help you out, tell you the truth. I'm gonna make sure you're staying clean as well. All right, takes care of that one. Thank you, sir.
Daniel Landula.
Good afternoon, sir. Let's see. Are you Daniel Landula?
Yes. It's me.
Yes, sir. Do you speak English, sir? Are you comfortable with English?
I try to speak English, but I know just speak French.
Oh, oui.
Yeah.
All right. I don't speak French. I'll go a little slow, but you've been charged with assault of a family member. Your bond has been set at $3,000. All right. State, you may, Miss Pretrial, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Landula does have 1 misdemeanor offense. His information was not verified. He has been in custody since February 13th. He is homeless and not eligible for Haven for Hope. He has conditions of no contact with Naomi Mambu Wanzana, along with prohibit possession of firearms, and we do recommend special needs.
Okay, state, go ahead.
He has no history. The state is not opposed to a reduction to $1,000, but would oppose less than that because of the nature of the offense.
Yes, sir. Mr. Lamas, go ahead.
Your Honor, as the state said, he has no criminal history. I don't believe he's eligible for a PR bond, but I think he would be an ideal candidate for a PR bond. We would ask for a $300 bond on this case, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm not going to write out the complaining witness's name, but I'm going to order no contact with the complaining witness. And there it is. There's going to be a firearms prohibition. And there'll be special needs as well. And then, as I always like to do, I think weekly alcohol and drug testing is always a good plan on almost any arrest. Special needs, and then no contact, complaining witness. Okay. Oh, and then I will reduce the bond from $3,000, and I'll set it at $300. Okay. Thank you, sir. I don't know enough French to tell him what we did, but it was pretty favorable. So.
Judge, what'd you give him?
I reduced the bond to $300, no contact with the witness, no firearms, and he's going to have weekly drug and alcohol testing as well as special needs.
Did you reduce his bond to $300?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Roger Cerna.
Yes, sir. If you're Roger Cerna, as a criminal trespass, bond was set at $1,000. And pretrial, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Serna does have one misdemeanor offense. His information was not verified. He has been in custody since February 12th. There are no conditions at this time. Location of arrest was 4100 South New Braunfels, which is a HEB. Per clinician, defendant does indicate mental health, and we do recommend special needs. He is homeless, and a request has been sent to Haven with no response at this time.
Okay. State, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. It looks like there's a indecent exposure or two indecent exposures from 2009, an ABI from 2011, and then there was deferred on two felony third, second assault on families. And there's also an ABI from 2024. Given the history, the current bond is adequate, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Lamas.
Your Honor, given that he has a prior conviction of assault, I don't think he qualifies for a PR bond. So in the alternative, we'd ask for a $100 bond, given the nature of the offense.
Pretrial, what was the address again?
The address was 4100 South New Braunfels Avenue.
What's your unit where you're at? Yeah.
Let's see.
Roger Cerna.
That show's in front of me right now, I hope, huh? Sir, you Roger Cerna? Is that right?
Can I give you the number?
Sir, you Roger Cerna?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to order you be in the special needs unit. You're going to have weekly drug and alcohol testing. You're prohibited, no contact, meaning you can't go to 4100 South New Braunfels.
Yes, sir.
And let's see, give me just a second here. And then I'm going to reduce the bond. And I'll set it at $100. Okay, that takes care of that one. Thank you, sir.
So what was what was my, what would you?
I've reduced your bond to $100, sir.
Conditions when you meet here in the morning. Orlando Hernandez. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name again?
Orlando Hernandez.
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. I have two ABI families, and each one is set at $2,500. All right, Ms. Preachow, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hernandez does have two misdemeanor offenses. His information was not verified. He has been in custody since February 12th. He is homeless and not eligible for Haven for Hope. He does have conditions of no contact with Yolanda Hernandez and Amber Flores, along with prohibited possession of firearms. He does have a warrant out from Wisconsin for failure to appear battery, which was verified by Deputy Hernandez. That he's not going to be extradited, and we do recommend special needs.
Okay, state, go ahead.
State will oppose on account of the battery charge as well as the nature of these offenses.
All right, Mr. Lamas.
Your Honor, he doesn't have any prior convictions. I know the nature of the offenses may prohibit a PR bond, but we'd ask for a bond reduction of $250 on each case.
All right, so I'm going to prohibit firearms to be special needs. I'll have weekly drug and alcohol testing. I'll have no contact with Yolanda Hernandez and Amber Flores. And then fill out the other parts of the paperwork here. If I haven't said so, there could be the weekly drug and alcohol testing as well. And again, of course, there'll be no contact with Yolanda Hernandez and Amber Flores. And then I'll reduce the bond, each one, I'll reduce it down to $250 each. Let's do that. All right, sir. That takes care of that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Ms. Diaz, Rafael. Last one, Judge, Rafael Diaz.
Does he need an interpreter?
No.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
What? You do?
Yeah, well, yeah.
You need an interpreter?
Yeah.
I asked you that.
Oh, I forgot it.
Hey,
No,
Diaz, you need an interpreter or not?
Well, no, I don't need it. I don't need it. It's okay. I understand.
Hablas inglés, señor?
Judge, he speaks English, Judge.
Do you speak English, sir?
Yes, sir, a little bit.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and proceed. So I have a criminal trespass. We're set at $2,000. Pretrial, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Diaz does have one misdemeanor offense. His information was not verified. He has been in custody since February 6th. He has no conditions at this time. We do recommend special needs.
Yes, ma'am. All right, state, go ahead.
Your Honor, it looks like there's a UCW and an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon convictions from out of county. Also a disorderly conduct. And then there's some thefts, marijuana, and criminal trespasses in the county. the state's not opposed to reduction to $500.
Yes, sir. Mr. Lamas?
Your Honor, given his prior criminal history, we'd ask for a bond reduction of $200.
Going to do special needs and do my weekly drug and alcohol. And then I'm going to order the no contact with the arrest location. Let's see what else I got here. All right, special needs, weekly drug and alcohol, and then no contact with the arrest location. Then I'll set the bond. I'll set it at $200. All right, I'll take care of that. Anything else from anyone? All right. Your bond is at $200, senor. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Mr. Lamas, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Ms. Clerk, thank you. All right.
You tell me, I wasn't paying attention.
All right, gentlemen.
It's not me, I
I
wasn't
don't want
paying
you
attention.
guys stay out of trouble for us, okay?
I know exactly what I say. What did he tell you?
And I'm freezing.
I don't know. You didn't pay attention when you told me? No. I'm sorry, I really paid attention. $200 bond.
It's $200.
Hey, you're gonna not walk around the thing, you're gonna get hang up.
$200.
Carry your candy, you're gonna hang up with it too.
Did the sentencing from that other trial already happen?
I'm got
Judge, are you still on YouTube?
Yes. Can you see me? Oh, am I on YouTube? I don't think